There are a lot of great things happening at both the Charleston Music Hall and the Charleston Music Farm. Today, I talk one on one with Charles Carmody of the Charleston Music Hall and the Charleston Music Farm for this edition of Quintin's Close Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close Ups on Facebook. Charles Carmody, welcome back to Quintin's Close Ups.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Obviously, you are, I'm probably saying it wrong, but you're the executive director of the Charleston Music Hall.
No, that's right. That and the Music Farm now. Yep.
Yes, that's exactly right. Okay. Who is Charles Carmody these days?
Who is Charles Carmody these days?
Yes, sir.
Charles Carmody is a dad, and he is trying to keep his cool while running two music venues at the same time.
I could imagine that.
Yeah.
What is your plan to keep running these two venues simultaneously?
Yeah, so we reopened the Music Farm in April 15th, 650 cap club, 1 block away from the Music Hall. And we've got a great team in that room, a great team in the Music Hall, and we're really excited to run these two rooms simultaneously. They're very different rooms, number one in size. The Music Hall's 1,200, the Music Farm's 650. So the Music Farm for us is going to be a development room and a way for us to bring new artists to town, as well as try out new ideas, new concepts, and also do a variety of genres. Not having seats opens it up to allow you to do a lot of different genres. Of course, the Music Hall, we can now remove the seats, so we'll start seeing that being done more. But it's going to be really fun because we can build the artists in the Music Farm, and once they sell the Music Farm, we can, bring them up to the Music Hall.
Absolutely. What new ideas and new ventures are you planning right now for the Charleston Music Farm?
Well, Music Farm, she's brand new. We did a full renovation. We did new sound, new lights, new bathrooms, new bar, everything, new HVAC system. Yeah. So the goal right now is to create as robust a programming as possible for the fall. Summer in Charleston is typically a little lighter as far as national touring acts. But we've got some great local events coming up. We've got a few great touring acts, and right now we're working hard to fill the dates for both rooms for the fall.
And what is that ideal robust programming for the Music Farm?
For the Music Farm specifically, that room should be running five nights a week at least, and it should look like kind of what we've been doing, which is hip hop one night, dance event the next night, country the next night, local show the next night, metal show the next night. Just a variety of genres that keep it fresh and interesting and hit on different demographics and a different group of humans.
What is your ideal demographic for the Music Farm?
Ideal demographic is everyone. We're here for all. We want everyone. We want everyone to feel like it's a safe space. We want everyone to feel like it's their space. While both of these rooms are privately owned, we very much see it as community spaces. It's here for the people, by the people. We want people to feel welcoming and safe when they enter both doors. So we want to range from teens to 80-year-olds. Whoever wants to see live music, we're here for it. We actually made the Music Farm all ages. I'd say 98% of the shows are all ages because we want it to introduce teens and high schoolers and college students to live entertainment and get them in that vibe and scene now, so they can really learn what they love about live music and live entertainment and be able to develop their own sense and their own tastes.
What have you learned more about live music now that you're actually maintaining this along with the Music Hall?
I have learned that different is better, and that diversity is better. I truly think that, number one, I love the idea of putting a diverse group of humans in a room to be entertained. From young and old, poor and rich, all different backgrounds. It's kind of the leveling field of a space where everyone, anyone can come. And I love that. And I do think it's been fun to be able to program different stuff in the farm and really test the waters on how Charleston responds to different events.
How has Charleston responded to different events at the music farm?
So far, so good. We've tried out a lot of different stuff, and most of it is working. So I'm really excited about that we are seeing people are showing up, and I think they're really enjoying the space. So far, so good.
And Charles, I was just thinking about this on my way over here, but has the current ownership returned the music hall or the music farm, that is, back to its roots?
Yeah, I mean, the music farm opened in '92, and it was very much, it was a lot of local shows. It was a lot. And it helped develop, a lot of bands that went on to have national, recognition. Hootie the Blowfish being one of them. And that's what we want that room to be. I mean, we want to support the musicians and artists working in this city, as well as bring in national talent that could just, again, elevate everything else. So, yeah.
And I know '92 was such a long time ago, and those are the good days back then. But what's one of those musicians or artists that you want to bring back from the '90s obviously to today?
Our opening, we had El McCain do the opening, which was super fun because he did a lot of stuff in that room back in the day. But there's the Uncle Mingo. I'd love to have them back. Jupiter Coyote, I'm working on them. Sister Hazel would be great. Some of the artists, it's really interesting. Like Sheryl Crow played there, Dave Matthews played there, Fish played there. Like there are some artists now that obviously are much larger, but it's cool. It's cool to see how many artists. David Byrne from Talking Heads played there. Like it's pretty. It's an amazing history. It really is.
It really is. And how do you hope to keep that history in place? 10 years from now.
We keep that history in place by doing the work, showing up and doing the work, booking the shows, creating a safe environment for the artist and the patron, a fun environment, and doing what we love, which is creating opportunities for people to enjoy live entertainment.
And what other more opportunities do you want to create outside of music for the music farm?
Good question. We're testing the waters of comedy nights, so we're putting seats in there, about 150 seats. We just had Beth Stelling, she was phenomenal. We're doing a local stand-up night in July. We're doing an improv night in August. So we're going to try and do some comedy. We're also doing private rentals, so conferences, weddings, event space stuff.
Oh, that is amazing. And let me go right down the alleyway to the music hall itself. What's new? What's down there?
Music hall is doing great. I mean, it's been really cool to see. We had a really strong spring. Great shows. 2019 is kind of what we're comparing it to because that was our last normal year. And honestly, it's looking really good. Compared to 2019, we are kind of right back in line with our numbers for 2019, which is great. So from that end, it's great. From the patron end, we're trying to create better experiences, easier entry, easier way to get drinks. We just put a new sound system in, brand new sound system.
Oh.
We replaced the old system was put in '94, so it was time for an update, and it is amazing. It sounds better than ever. In the music hall, ultimately the music hall is a listening room. It is a space for patrons to come and really spend intimate quality time with the artist and listen, and that's important to us. And while we have removed the seats in the orchestra, we're going to be doing some more GA fun dance shows. We still are continuing to do 100+ shows a year of sit down, reserved seating, listening shows. So keeping that balance is important.
Exactly right. And speaking of artists, I know Mandy Moore will be coming there soon. But talk to me about the experience, obviously, that let's compare and contrast, actually, the experience from 2019 to right now, when you think of that audience experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of different. Some people are still afraid to go inside and be around humans, which I understand. So there's that element of it. You know, more cleaning, stricter protocols as far as like staff calling out sick and allowing that obviously to happen, as well as just trying to listen more to the patrons and what they need and what they want. I think that's important. Is us listening. Yeah.
And what do the patrons of Charles want right now, and what do they actually need?
I think people need to have fun. And people need to gather.
Yeah.
It is important for us as humans to gather, and it is also important for us to have fun. I mean, it's a stressful time, wars and recessions and pandemics, and people need, you can only take so much before you need to blow off some steam and enjoy yourselves. So I'm hopeful that we can continue to create a bright light in people's lives so that they can come to these spaces, have some fun, and be able to endure the day-to-day grind.
Yes, absolutely. And I know we talked about this in depth in the last interview I did with you, but things are getting back to normal now. How will the music hall actually relax its COVID policies?
So since March, we've taken away the vaccination requirements and moved to a by artist request.
Okay.
But as of now, we have no artists on the books that are requiring it. So we're pretty, as far as COVID regulations, we're back to normal. There's no regulations besides just constantly monitoring pandemic and the ongoing conditions and trying to keep our staff healthy and safe. So I'm happy we seem to be moving in the right direction still, which is good.
And let me talk to you about the ticket sales, right? Sales, that is. What is your goal for this particular year for obviously the music hall?
Well, I mean, I think the goal this year is kind of rebuilding. We're rebuilding a fan base. We're rebuilding relationships with artists, and I don't like to run the business based on metrics. Yes, they're important. Yeah, if we don't sell tickets, we will close and go out of business. But at the same time, right now, we really are trying a bunch of different stuff. Thundercat's a great example. An artist has never been to the market. We've never worked with them. A genre that you typically have not seen in the hall. And we got him to come, and it sold out in August. So, that's to me that's amazing because that shows how far Charleston's come as far as musical taste and what they enjoy, and also that will open the door to a bunch of other artists that are different and interesting, and I'm excited about that. So, yeah.
And what is Charleston's musical taste these days?
If you could tell me, someone could tell me that, I think we would crush. That's the question. That's what we're trying to figure out. We saw this huge Americana bluegrass influx, 10 plus years ago. That seems to be going down. We're now seeing, I think, with the popularity of streaming services like Spotify, we're starting to see people's musical tastes really expand because they can access whatever they want whenever they want, and they can share whatever they want whenever they want. And so, which brings me hope. I'm a lover of all genres, and I do think that. Well, I just want to see more genres represented in the Charleston market, and I want to be able to see people support that. we often will put up shows that sell really poorly, and we scratch our heads over what happened. Why didn't this do well? So TBD. We'll see. We'll keep trying. But right now, I think we're moving in a good direction. People seem to want new experiences, different experiences, and new artists. So that's a good sign.
And what are those genres around here, Charles, that really need to be highlighted, for lack of a better word?
I think your mainstream genres, your pop, your country, your classic rock. I mean that does well. What we have started doing at the farm, and we'll hopefully do more at the hall, is harder rock, metal, EDM, hip hop, world music. I mean, I think world music is extremely underrepresented here, and it's a hard sell. I mean, I want to be bringing more artists from Latin America and Europe and all over to bring an international feel to the city. So yeah.
And since COVID, obviously, Charles, how has the music hall's relationship with artists turned out to be?
Great. I mean, there's a lot of new protocols. Obviously, artists are going city to city, night after night, so they have to be way more careful than ever. Mass backstage, often having to do COVID checks for artists and staff upon arrival. Creating more of an artist bubble, not allowing anyone backstage, not doing as many VIPs or meet and greets. But overall, I think artists are really happy to be back on the road and doing what they love. So we're continuing to strive to do what we love to do, which is take care of these artists, show them a great time, make sure they're comfortable, give them a part of our city, and create the best experience for them possible.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. Well, Charles Carmody with the Charleston Music Hall, thank you so much for your time, and the Charleston Music Farm too. Thank you for your time here on Quintin's Close-Ups, and I'll see you around town.
Awesome. Have a great day. Thanks, Quintin.
Likewise.